Hi, I'm Myers Barnes, and I'm a new home sales strategist. When conducting seminars, I share with my audience a true story about a man named Nick. Nick was a strong, healthy railroad yardman who was consistently reliable on the job. However, he was also a devout pessimist who always seemed to fear the worst. One summer day, the crews were let off early in the railroad yard in recognition of a foreman's birthday. As the workmen left, Nick was accidentally locked into a refrigerator boxcar that was in for repairs. And once the doors were locked behind Nick, he began to panic, and his imagination ran wild. And he convinced himself that he was locked in a freezing boxcar. And in his panic, Nick banged with his fist until they were bloody, and he shouted until his voice went hoarse. You see, what happened was Nick, in his imagination and fear, reasoned that the temperature in the car had to be near freezing, and that if he didn't get out, he would freeze to death. Shivering uncontrollably, he wrote a final message to his wife on a cardboard box that read, "I'm so cold, body's getting numb. If I could just go to sleep. These may be my last words." And they were his last words. The next day, the crew opened the boxcar doors and found Nick's body. You know what? An autopsy actually revealed that his body had all the signs of someone who froze to death. But this was puzzling because cars' refrigeration units were never really on, and they were completely inoperable. The temperature was around 61 degrees and there was plenty of fresh air. So what killed Nick was not a freezing boxcar. What killed him was his perception of reality, that he was locked in a freezing boxcar, and his expectations that the worst would happen. And you know what? The worst did happen, because you get what you expect. And as tragic as the story is, it does illustrate that many people allow their fears to actually become self-fulfilling prophecies. You know, in the Bible, Job is quoted as, "The thing that I feared the most has come to pass," and how true that is with many of us. An acronym of fear is false evidence appearing real. Nick believed the refrigerator boxcar was operating and that he would freeze to death. To Nick, this became his reality. Fear clouded his judgment and immobilized him. Now let's be honest. Everyone is afraid at one time or another. Yet those who have the courage to face their fears will take action in spite of their doubts and uncertainty. You see, courage is not the lack of fear. Courage is the control and mastery of fear. Actor Glenn Ford is quoted, "If you do not do the thing you fear, then the fear controls your life." You know, you develop courage when you force yourself to take action in the face of fear. So go after that big sale. Try a different approach in your sales. Stop taking no for an answer. Stand up and try again. Remember, success is getting up one more time than you fall. The bottom line, recognize your fears, but don't resign yourself to them. As Emerson wrote, "Do the thing you fear, and the death of fear is certain." I'm Myers Barnes, and I look forward to sharing with you in our next video together.